You know, former GOP Congresswoman Liz Cheney is holding her party accountable in her new book, Oath and Honor. She writes that you-know-who and other Republicans knew he lost fair and square, but fell...
Former Congress lady called Liz Cheney, in her new book, she came out to talk about some activities, what happened in the Congress while she was still there, and she wasn't really happy about that. She talk about Kevin McClellan, what he did, which he point out. He wasn't really happy about. She wasn't really happy about that. She claims that her dad told her that in the January 6th, that she was going to be in danger and the dad warned her. So let's just see what the women in the views, their own point of view about everything that Liz Cheney talks about in her book called The Oath and Honor. She tries to talk about the GOP, what really happened amongst them. So let's watch and see.
In line to try and keep him in office anyway. She also reveals that her father, Dick Cheney, told her that she was in danger on January 6th because you-know-who called her out by name, and that Kevin McCarthy ran to Mar-a-Lago after the election because staffers said you-know-who was so depressed he wasn't eating.
You know, Whoopi, I was thinking, Whoop, next year, no lasagna for you. I'm sending it to Donald. He's so hungry, poor thing, is not eating.
I know, and Kevin McCarthy felt so strong. What was he going to breastfeed him? I mean, it just makes no sense to me, but the book is arriving as...
According to Liz Cheney in her book, she was being appreciated by the women in the view that she's one of the few that from the GOP that has really come out to talk about Donald Trump. She is that one who is bold. According to her, she claims that Donald Trump, during the President Donald Trump, after the January 6th, what happened, he became very sick. He lost appetite. He wasn't eating. And Kevin McClellan was the one trying to console him. So they were making fun of it that they don't know if Kevin McClellan wanted to give him breast milk for him to drink. So they went further to talk that supporting President Donald Trump is more money. They talk about one of the other Congress lady in the GOP who tried to put just a logo of President Donald Trump in her social media, and she was giving 25 million. So people are doing that because of the money, because his name alone will attract money, according to the women in the views. They try to talk about that most of the Republicans behind the scene, whatever the President Donald Trump do, they don't really like it. But behind the scene, they will grumble and say, we don't like it. But when they come in public, they want to boast. They will be lying that he's the best, he's the this. So according to them, they don't really appreciate what is happening. So they are very enlightened and very flabbergasted with Liz Cheney, that Liz Cheney is bold. According to them, Liz Cheney is the one that have given even the women in the view, some of them, the courage to come out and talk about the negative things that President Donald Trump is doing, because without her coming forth to expose, because she's inside the GOP, actually, she can really see what is happening in her. She can give, she can really explain what is really happening in the GOP. But according to them, for her to come out and elaborate the insight of what is happening, so they really do believe in her and they are really appreciating her for standing her ground and coming out with the truth. So let's keep watching to see more about it.
Billionaire conservative PAC, the Koch Bro Network, endorses Nikki Haley for president. So what is happening with the GOP? I just have to say, what is going on over there?
Well, first and foremost, I just want to once again thank Liz Cheney for being one of the few people with the courage to actually say the truth about Donald Trump.
That's right.
I'm dying to read this book. I know I personally wouldn't have had the courage to continually be critical of Trump and come forward and tell the truth about how unfit he was if not for Liz Cheney, who was one of the first people I talked to and who inspired me and many others who've spoken out. But she highlights something really important in the excerpt that came out, where it shows that there's this member of Congress, Mark Green, who refers to Donald Trump as Orange Jesus. I witnessed this, but then goes on to support him and to defend him publicly. I witnessed this for years where Republicans would privately mock him. They would talk about how he was unfit, but then they would publicly boast about him. And you may be asking why. Well, just this morning, I see this tweet on, or this post on Twitter about how Elise Stefanik was bragging in the House Republican conference meeting that she received a 25% bump in donations when she put a Trump badge on her social media page. It's about money and power. It's about continuing to stay in the fold of power. The only hope that I have left is this. I know you guys don't love Nikki Haley. She's not perfect, but she's who I'm for right now, is inching up on Trump in Iowa, New Hampshire, and South Carolina.
Basically, to them, they believe that Nikki Haley, although she's a Republican, will be a best candidate to rule. They prefer Nikki Haley more than Donald Trump. According to them, any other person can be the president, but not President Donald Trump. That President Donald Trump is risky. He did not obey the 14th Amendment. According to the 14th Amendment, if you disobeyed, you are not meant to be the president. So they were wondering why with President Donald Trump and fail from the 14th Amendment, but yet still go on. He wants to be re-elected as the United States president. So basically to them, they don't really support President Donald Trump to become a president. But nevertheless, it's controversial in a way because somebody like Whoopi Goldberg come and talk about her own, that she claims that she believes in Nikki Haley. She's seen all what Nikki Haley is doing. But according to her, she wants somebody, she doesn't care if you're a Republican or Democrat, but she wants somebody who will stand for the truth, somebody who, because Nikki Haley does not stand for anything according to her, somebody who will stand on her ground at any time the person can stand her point to the truth. Basically to her, she says she believes in the old fashion, like to follow the constitution. But today, nowadays, according to what is happening in the world, most people, even you're saying your truth don't really matter because there's a lot going behind the scene. But basically to her, she prefers that Nikki Haley should stand for the truth. She doesn't care if Nikki Haley is a Republican or Democrat. She just wants somebody who will follow that constitution. And that was it, according to her. So, but basically, what do you really believe? Are you supporting, do you believe that President Donald Trump will become the better president? Or do you believe that Nikki Haley can become the better president? Or do you believe that Joe Biden should be re-elected as a better president? And what is your reason for that? Can I see your own opinion on the comment section? Thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please help and subscribe and help share the video. God bless you.